Hi, Jana.
Hi,
Hi, Jana.
so nice to talk
Being
with
an
you
Irish
guys
guy,
today.
I like whiskey a lot more than I like sunshine. But okay,
I mean,
Nice.
same. I mean,
if I had
that's
to
why I
choose,
picked whiskey. But also, I just have to tell you before I ask my question, I'm also from near where you're from, and I know where Skinny Atlas is. So I just have
whoa,
to
come
tell you that
on.
because nobody knows where it is, and probably they don't know how to pronounce it. But what is it about SpongeBob and Patrick and the rest of the Bikini Bottom crew that makes SpongeBob so timeless? I mean, that you
Bill.
could put them in any, realm, whether they're children at Camp Coral or they're, at their, normal age in regular SpongeBob. Like, what is it that makes them so?
That is the question of our show, and it's one that I'm sure has been pondered by endless groups of studio executives trying to generate new content. Well, how can we do a SpongeBob? And I there is something
Where is our SpongeBob, gentlemen? Where is this studio SpongeBob?
Johnson, what did I tell you last month?
Schmergenberger! I want that new SpongeBob on my desk Monday. Yeah.
To me, it's all based in Steven Hillenburg and his unique humanity and imagination and passion about all things involving the ocean. And it's somehow generated what we're doing. And Tom was lucky enough to know Steve back in the day when he first started his animation career.
That's really it. I mean, the characters are timeless. It's what it's what you said, Jana, and like Bill said, that all comes down to Steve, and part of it was instinctive because of who Steve is, but some of it was definitely left brain too, where he was like, he was going back to like timeless, iconic comedy archetypal tropes, comedy teams, with SpongeBob and Patrick and all that, Laurel and Hardy being the biggest one. So yeah, Steve was like a really interesting mix that he's been really influential on all of us and everybody on the show, but he was a really amazing mix of right brain and left brain, artistic, flaky freak and like super scientific, logical Vulcan, so he's
and practical. He had this crazy practicality too, that was at the end of the day allowed everything to work and function. What guy.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people you see, like highly creative people, that they go, I like that short film you made or whatever. That's going to be a show. Those people then that skill set doesn't always go with the skill set of running a factory, which is basically what animation is. And Steve, like I said, that right brain, left brain, he was able to be super artistic and run the factory, but in a way that made the people that were working on the show feel empowered and like they were bringing something to the party instead of him just going, do this, play this, say it, sound like this. And, that's something that we go out into the world every day trying to emulate, even quarter century later.
You both have some pretty vast careers in voiceover
Yeah.
work. If you could have any of your other animated voices join you in the Bikini Bottom at Camp Coral, who would it be and why?
Ooh, like other characters we voiced?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, who would be your new friends that you'd bring into camp?
This is the most meta question of all time.
Wow.
Well, I would have to say maybe Heifer from Rocco's Modern Life would like to show up there because, like SpongeBob, he's also not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but they share a yellow hue.
That would be interesting for me because I'd have to figure out if I wanted him to be another one of my dimwits that I tend to portray.
Hey, Bill, maybe your character from The Stand. A movie that eerily presaged...
Tom Cullen goes to Bikini Bottom. Yeah.
Yes. A movie that eerily presaged the pandemic.
Hi, Tom. Hi, Bill.
Hi, Ashley.
Hi, Ashley.
It's so exciting to talk to you today.
Awesome.
See you.
since you both have been playing these characters since the very beginning, what was it about exploring their younger selves at Kamp Koral that excited you the most?
Well, they played with that in the last movie, Sponge on the Run, where they did like a little sequence, with really actually younger than the characters are in Kamp Koral by a couple of years, and they had them voiced by real kids for a minute or two in the movie, and that sort of, I think, was kind of the test run for this. But the characters are the characters. I think they're. SpongeBob and Patrick are kind of like Bill and I, just kind of like, who they were when they were kids is kind of who you kind of stay for the whole rest of your life. And it's like, oops, sorry.
Copy that. Yeah, we are very much
Arrested Development much?
Yeah, for sure. And remember, we've been doing the mothership for long enough to where we've explored virtually every kind of aspect in terms of age or perspective or whatever. So it's all been a part of our experience. So this was just kind of having more fun with one particular kind of idea.
Yeah, and it's fun putting them in a different world. You get to, there's some new supporting characters that you haven't seen previously, and that brings some new blood actor-wise, cast-wise in, and it's kind of fun to shake things up there a little bit and work with
I love having actors. Squidward as our camp counselor. That just makes me giggle just to think of that.
It's because of the character's patience and aptitude for molding young minds.
Okay, so I grew up with you guys. I grew up with SpongeBob and Patrick and their besties, and you kind of touched on the whole legacy bit earlier, but what do you think about their friendship makes it so special, not only to you guys, but to, the kids and now the grown-up kids watching?
I'll come in first on this one and just say, I think it's the complete lack of judgment on both their parts. Not judgment in terms of like they make bad choices, but a lack of judgment in that they just like each other for who each other are.
The nature of friendship as a standard of story writing obviously is something that's always been there, but all I can tell you is this: we all know about various forms of entertainment, and then you find out that the people hate each other in real life, you're
talking on shows and stuff.
Yeah, or they have this acidic relationship where they just endure whatever, and I can honestly say that every single time I've seen this man, Tom Kenny, it has made my day a little better. He is a very special person, and that part has always been a really organic part of this experience for me.
Yeah, it's really fun. And SpongeBob and Patrick are such good friends that, I always say SpongeBob thinks Patrick is the smartest guy in the room. Patrick thinks SpongeBob is the coolest guy in the room, so it's, when SpongeBob's a total dork and Patrick's not the brightest bulb. So it's that's really cool. And that's why it's fun. I was thinking that's why on those rare occasions where they do kind of fall out with each other or disagree, it's really fun to play those. Like, you don't want to go there too often, because then they become the Bickersons. But when they do, I like that. I never, after all I've done for you, it's kind of fun to play those. When they do bicker, it's pretty funny because it doesn't happen that much. Right. It actually means something.
Okay, so congratulations. I heard there's a season 2 coming. No spoilers, obviously, but what is anything that you can share about the upcoming season?
My mind is so jam-packed full of images and moments and beats. I couldn't give you a coherent answer on that if I tried.
That's fair.
There has been a full expansion on just the concept of doing these characters and the different environments and relationships and just types of visuals and stuff. It's all been kind of a carousel of stuff for me personally, and I just try and be as on it as I can in that specific moment. But when you're writing a cartoon, you're charged with creating an 11-minute story that amuses anyone who might watch it and adheres to the characters that have been alive for almost 25 years. So
you don't want to be a parent torturer.
Right.
You
Thank
have
you.
to work for parents too.
Right. We love amusing the parents. So I don't know if there are, I don't know if you can put it down to an arc for a season like a sitcom. I think let's get another episode.
Like Breaking Bad, like Patrick's in a fugue state for like 4 episodes. No,
Right.
I think it's funny. Like this probably applies to you too, Bill. Like since the beginning, like SpongeBob season 1, like 20 some odd years ago, I never really know what season we're in. Or like
Yeah.
I'm 20 years plus of not really knowing where the heck we are. So and especially with the expansion, like Bill said, Kamp Koral, Patrick Show, movies. It's daily, and I also voice directed pretty much all of it. So it's like for me, it's just this constant flow of like storyboards, scripts, recordings, doing it, stumble off to bed, get up the next morning. Oh my God, 3 more storyboards came on the emails during the night. You know what I mean? When am I going to do that? So, your wife and kids are going, what happened to Daddy? I don't know. We haven't seen him in a while. So, I think he's out in the guest house doing his cartoons. So, it's I don't know if there's any big reveals. The great thing about cartoons and classic comedy is, the Three Stooges are always the Three Stooges. Nobody was like, are we going to find out what makes Curly tick this season?
Right. Yes.
Who cares?
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Ash.